Welcome, welcome. I'm very excited to bring you to day 2 of PCGN, that is PC Gaming News. For those who are new, my name is Jordan Risenbane Funson, as you can see in the corner. I will be your host tonight. So tonight we're going to look at some stuff in League, such as the Recruit a Friend ending, and they're updating it. Also into the new project skins for League. Also, we kind of know who's getting those project skins, so I'll let you guys know that. And also the Super Six, a breakdown of the initial teams to qualify for Worlds. And then we're gonna hit it up in CS:GO, where I'll talk to you about Fragadelphia tournament that's going on, and then also the World Championship Asian qualifiers for CS:GO. And then we're gonna go to Hearthstone with my special guest, who happens to be my brother. He'll be going by the name Rayn, and we're gonna go over we're actually gonna go over the weapons that are coming out in the new expansion grand tournament, and then we'll update you on H1Z1, and Jacob will then, or Rain will then, help me talk about the new class Demon Hunters next pack, and we'll show you who are the new looks of the characters. And so we're gonna start with League of Legends. And so Riot released there's going to be new project skins, or so they hinted at, and they kind of gave a big hint, and I'll show you guys that. So here's the memory traces they show you. Pretty cool stuff. We know there's Project Yasuo, but there's going to be 4 new project skins, and so the 4 champions who may be getting these skins are Zed, Fiora, Leona, and Lucian. From the hints they give us in the memory trace, it's pretty obvious these are going to be it. And so, I'm pretty excited. I think Project Zed's going to look sick. Leona, I'm not sure how that's going to look. Fiora, I think we can all agree that Fiora needs a pretty dang good skin, other than the school teacher. And then Lucian, man, that guy's getting some love with skins. Or at least he needs a new one. Alright, so moving on from that, I'm gonna talk to you about the Recruit a Friend, how Riot is gonna update that. And so the new Recruit a Friend. So through Recruit a Friend, you could get Grey Warwick and Medieval Twitch. And I'm gonna quote right here. Any rewards program like Recruit a Friend runs the risk of some participants trying to game the system, and ordinarily we might tolerate low levels of fringe misuse of it, meant we are still doing right by the vast majority of players. However, RAF abuse was increasingly degrading the average player's experience, forcing us to contemplate changes. So you could see a lot of Smurfs in low levels because of the Recruit a Friend ending now, which kind of also puts a damper on new players' play, because they get into this game and then all of a sudden these ranked players, gold, platinum, diamond players are trying to get these skins, and so you're getting pretty much crushed by high level players if you're new to this game. So either way, Recruit a Friend has put a little damper on things. Another quote from Riot, they put it in the numbers. We found that while only about 1.4% of RAF participants attempt to abuse the system, if we isolate accounts with 10 or more referrals, the percentage jumps to 70% and then skyrockets to 99% when you count only those with 100 or more referrals. Consider that Grey Warwick and Medieval Twitch currently require 25 and 50 referrals, respectively, and the issue is clear. We understand that current RAF reward system isn't ideal for each player. And so they're reworking it. You can find all that out on their website. All the information's there on NA Lowly Sports. And so now moving on from that, we're gonna talk for a sec about this season championship. I cannot wait for League to see these teams play against each other. There's 6 confirmed teams, and I'm going to read them off to you, and I'm going to show you their icons and stuff, but it's pretty obvious. We're gonna see SK Telecom once from South Korea, AQ Esports Club, Flash Wolves from Taiwan, and LGD Gaming from China, Fnatic from Europe, and Team Solomid from North America. Team Solomid, go NA. I know we wanted someone to represent us, and I think TSM's gonna be able to do pretty good. For Fnatic is an obvious. They've been pretty much a powerhouse since Season 1 when they won Season 1 championships. SK Telecom, I mean, South Korea, Korea in general is just, as we say, challenger. Or I'm sorry, bronze in Korea is challenger in North America. So hopefully Team Solomid knocks these teams out of the park because North America needs a win. All right, moving on from League of Legends, I'm gonna talk about CS:GO. There's a tournament going on in Philadelphia, hence the name Fragadelphia. So for CS:GO, the Fragadelphia tournament has been announced. It is a $10,000 prize pool. So I'm going to show you the logo for that. And so Fragadelphia, it's the 6th edition of this. It's on the October 16th and 18th, and I'm going to read you what they said on their site. This is a non-bring your own computer LAN event that will take place in Philadelphia from October 16th to 18th at 908A North 3rd Street, Philadelphia. Philadelphia announced the first details about the event, and it will feature a maximum of 24 teams who will be placed in groups. It follows officials, which means that teams participating will fight on Dust 2, Inferno, Train, Overpass, Mirage, Cache, and Cobblestone. And so, anyone can join this. It's hefty fee, $275 a team. Pretty. I mean, if you think you got a chance, $10,000 prize pool out of 24 teams, go for it, and you've got to get there. But it's $275 a team, so you can check that on their website. And also, including Philadelphia, the World Championship African qualifiers have been announced, and that is there's 4 groups: Group A, B, C, and D for CS:GO World Championship African qualifiers. We got China, Thailand, Malaysia, Sri Lanka in Group A. Group B is Vietnam, Singapore, South Korea, and Japan. Group C and D is India, Kyrgyzstan, Palestine, Indonesia, Nepal, and Philippines. And so, 6th and final continental qualifier with 3 slots for global finals will start on August 27th with 14 teams. You can find all this out again by yourself, just where I find it. I found it at e@frag.net, and that they have all this information on there if you want to check it out for yourself. So, now moving on from CS:GO, I'm now gonna have Rayn come in and talk with me for a sec about new weapons are coming out. So, Jeff, come
Can you hear
on.
me?
Yeah, you wanna? Here. All right. So, you have been an active Blizzard participant, so to say, for years. You want to tell me a little bit about your Blizzard history?
Oh God, dude, you could. That is like the least. I'm pretty sure I have like 150 days logged on World of Warcraft on just one character. So that kind of describes how long I've been playing Blizzard games. Um, Freaking love Hearthstone. I'm excited for Overwatch, but that's a different story. Play HOTS. I'm pretty much a huge fan of just everything Blizzard. So,
And how long have you been playing Hearthstone for?
probably close to a year now. I would think so. Yeah, probably right around a year.
And what kind of deck do you play?
My favorite is actually Frost Mage right now.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, so time to talk about weapons. So um, with the grand tournament coming out, there's a lot of new cards, a lot of new mechanics coming in, and so now we got new weapons. And this is where it gets a little little strange, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our first weapon here, the King's Defender. So, King's Defender. It's a 3 mana cost, it's a warrior card. And I know warriors are getting a lot of these taunt cards and stuff, which it's gonna be a whole new deck. Like, I don't know, I don't even know what you call it, but taunt warrior in general works, I guess. But it is a 3 mana cost for 3 attack and 2 durability. Battle cry is for each friendly minion with taunt gain +1 durability. So basically, each minion you have on the field up to 7, you gain a durability. So it's gonna be you can have okay, assuming you have 7 taunts on the field, you cancer.
Just throw in a few, what is it, Grim Patrons with that.
Grim
Throw some
Patrons.
taunts on them, and you have a good game.
With I know there's 2 cards you can stick in your deck that give your neighboring minions taunt, and
There you go,
so
+4.
at a max this card can be a 3/9 if you're lucky enough to have 7 taunts in the field. So how do you think? Do you think you're ever gonna even try Warrior out? I mean, Taunt Warrior, this could work out. This is gonna be a whole new meta for Hearthstone, considering now you gotta inspire and stuff. So what do you think about this card?
I'm kind of excited. Like overall, I think it's gonna change the game up a bit. I've heard mixed things between people about how some are excited about the change and some aren't excited about the change just because they have to kind of figure out a new play style. But I think Blizzard's making a good decision here because it'll I think it'll allow you to be a little bit more creative with your decks. Not that they're super cookie cutter right now, but I think adding these types of cards in, like this one in the Warrior deck, you won't have to go with such specific cards. You'll be able to play around a little bit.
Yeah, I know taunt cards haven't been really been in the spotlight ever. As far as I know, it's all been about control the board and whatnot. And so I think this card, plus all the other cards that Warriors gain that kind of have to do with taunt. And so now we're gonna move on from King's Defender to Argent Lance. So this card right here, two mana cost. This Paladin card, 2 mana cost for 2 attack, 2 durability. Battle cry: reveal a minion in each deck. If your cost more, +1 durability. Now, this I'm kind of iffy on this card considering that paladins do not have like any. They don't have any weapon buffs like a rogue would have. Like I know, I think warriors might get some, or might have some, but it just doesn't seem right for a paladin to have this, and it's only 1 durability for like a coin flip, unless you're playing zoo uh, that your minion is going to cost more. So what do you think about this card?
Um, it's gonna be weird because not only it's like for this card you need to kind of leave out your mid game a bit, and you want to kind of build early game and late game. Because I feel like with this card you could easily start to get like an advantage over others real quick, just being able to because nobody's used to a paladin really having a weapon at 2 mana. You have to wait till 4 right now.
Yeah, or Light's Justice. I mean,
Yeah,
it's 1 mana for a 1/4. I don't know how many times that's worth it though.
so good. But I think it's gonna be weird to see paladins with this card, and maybe they'll start to build like super late game from now on, just to be sure, just to get the best out of this card they can. But who knows? Maybe they won't even bother playing this card.
Yeah, not much to talk about this card since I think we can agree that it may not be the best card to stick
I
in
mean,
your paladin
I
deck.
do know that during Gamescom when they were talking about Hearthstone, though, when they were having the pros play, I know they were using this card in their decks. So you will probably be seeing some decks online that have it involved.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from Argent Lance, we're gonna go to Poison Blade, Rogue card. Uh, Rogue players, this is very interesting. It's a 4 mana cost for a 1/3 dagger, and initially you would think 4 mana for a 1/3. No, but I know there's cards now that make your hero power 1 mana cost, or you can use 2 in 1 turn. You could pretty much Your hero power gives this weapon +1 attack instead of replacing